Alright. Hello guys. Tuesday, vault day. I have a lot of vaults. Alright, with my Druid. That's gonna be one that I'm gonna try to gear out. I do have a full 3-slot myth track. So, this is great. So I did the first two in Mythic. And likely we're gonna be taking this because it's myth track weapon. I don't have to spend any dinars on it. That means my dinars could go to different trinkets if I want. We could get legs for myth tracks. Here's what I could do. I could go with the legs. Turn those into here. The haste mastery, so that wouldn't be that great for tanking, but it's myth track here. It's still good. Crit haste for the ring. Let me just quickly pop over to Archon. One of these days I'll make it to or this wall. Sighting based off Archon. So for rings, 8% are using the Blood Oath Signet, and the highest it's done is a 20. Or this trinket, the just straight mastery, bunch of agility. The trinkets, that one has a 4.2%, and only 18% are using, or it's been at a plus 18 and only 4.2% are using it. The weapon has a 14.3% representation, and the highest it did is a 20. This is actually the item I was hoping for. So, just take a quick moment and look at our items from our vendor. All right.
Yo.
So, if we were to purchase something from here, things that we would likely be purchasing, definitely going to be the pacemaker. The other one that could be chosen is the Tome of Light's Devotion, or Ritual Mud, or a Signet. Signet would probably be a really good pick, but myth track, of course. This one would be good for basically all the other specs, I believe. This one would be good for Barrel and Bear. For trinket representation, we got Pacemaker here at 56% representation. We got Ritual Mud at 41.8, and then Tome only has actually 17.8. So these two right here are the most common. I'm gonna quickly take a look at Barrel for trinkets. Signet has a 56.3, so I think the three trinkets I'm going to purchase once I get my 12 stars is going to be the Ritual Mud, Improvised Pacemaker, and Signet. So we will go with the weapon.
Don't be a stranger.
We will go with the weapon. All right. Alright, so start the bear off super strong. And no need to pick that up. Go ahead and throw that on. And I'm just gonna upgrade it. Because I'd rather have a fully maxed out. Right, I'm stones capped. Alright, I guess I'll wait. Yeah, I'll wait. Alright. So, that's the bear. We will go to the monk next. Monk also has 3 myth track doors. Basically all my characters except for one character has dungeon slots, all 3 myth track, and did a lot of keys. Very busy week. Alright. So, we are opening in Brew. We're still hoping for a Myth Track Tome of the Lights of Ocean, I believe. Looking at the trinkets on Archon. We actually might only need a, an improvised pacemaker. Yeah, because it's improvised at 22, as the highest key was 64% popularity, followed by Ritual Mud at 35.8. We already have a Ritual Mud. Only Lights of Ocean is only 13.6. So the pacemaker actually wins out, and I don't have a pacemaker yet. I do not also have my 12s yet on this one, still working on that. So let's take a quick look before I actually open this. What would I even be looking for? I'm back in the wrong class here. So if I went DPS, that's probably not gonna be too much of a difference. And it wouldn't be bad to have a... We'll open up in Brewmaster. Would not be bad to have the... Any... No, because Signet's on the tank one. Alright, I mean... It's given me what I'm asking for so far. This is a great week. We got the pacemaker. We got a crit verse neck, which I don't really... Like, the crit would be great. I don't really need the vert. Wait. Ooh. Ooh. This is obviously the better choice. I already have a Myth Track chest, so this one's not... This one is not needed. That's just a world. We're gonna be doing my, weekly for upgrading this. So... How many... I am missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 12s. And I have... How many dinars? I have 8 dinars, so there's one more I could get right here. But I still haven't spent a single dinar. But technically I could get this. Or... I can get the neck. Which would give me a slot that I can't purchase at Myth Track. It's properly statted. The only thing I would have to do is I would have to complete Brew, Blood, Priory, which would be... Those 3 would be my more problematic 12s, because I have no idea how Brewmasters do AoE aggro. I have a nearly max... like, I've got a 681 crafted piece for my weapon, and yet I still can't hold aggro against people. Even if, like, I'm going through spinning my legs as hard as I can, throwing my kegs and doing the breath of fire all over them. So... This is the neck I would need. 33%, 22 is the highest. My neck is basically fine. What would I even purchase from a vendor otherwise? I don't get the... If I pick up the trinket... If I pick up that trinket... I guess I could get a House of Cards for the Windwalker. Could get Eye of Kazan for Windwalker. I could get a Jaster Diamond for Windwalker. Eventually I'd be able to get a Signet. Hmm. Hmm. Let me just quickly pull up the monk Windwalker. Monk Windwalker. Here. Going down a bit. Pacemaker, House of Cards. I'm gonna guess they're using a single mastery trinket with the pacemaker.
Go get him, champ.
So,
Yeah.
if we plan out that I could buy 3 items, I could buy House of Cards, which is a minute 30, or Eye of Kazan, which is... Or wait, Eye of Kazan, the Signet, which is 2 minutes. So, for DPS, if I went Jasper Diamond, that's 1, 2, 3. So if I bought Pacemaker, Signet, Jasper Diamond, that would be all 3 items. Okay, yeah.
Catch on.
It's gonna feel weird doing this, but this is the better long-term choice for me. You know, with the 2 months or so that we have left of the season. So, we are going to go with the neck, because I can purchase a Mythtrack Pacemaker. I haven't spent any of my dinars. So I've got I will have all 9 of them. And then that will make it to where that's just another item that I have at max. Yeah. 100 crit, that in no main stat. Yeah, we do this. This is a better long-term investment. We're here for the long time. I think that's what a good day so far. Like, even though I'd spent a good portion of time debating what I'm supposed to be doing here. So, this week, my goal is to grind out all 12s across the board here, just so I can get my actual trinket. Alright, so next one, we will be going to the Warrior, then the Demon Hunter, then we'll do my 3 pallies. I think on the PTR this week it's testing the... I think it's some of the dungeons. I can't remember exactly which ones. But I do think the PTR test is over, like... I think it's the dungeons, like, the Dragonfly dungeons? And then next week would be legacy content? Alright, so for the Warrior, though, we are wanting to open in Fury Spec because we have a sword, or we have a weapon, we have a shield, we have our tanking trinkets. We need a 2-hand, but I really would not mind having a better statted weapon. A 2-hand would be great. A different statted 1-hand main hand weapon would be great. So we are opening Fury because Fury opens you up for both 1-hand and 2 hands. Is there a dungeon where I can see this as an example? Fury? Yeah, so right here we've got the 1-hand axe, the cleaver, plus the decapitator. That's why we are opening in Fury, because that, like, if you open in Fury, and you actually are playing a Fury Warrior, you're doing it wrong. Because single-minded Fury, I don't actually know if that's ever been a thing that people do. Alright, I mean... right there, that is what we want. Two-hand weapon, this trinket. I think this is one that you only take as if you have nothing else. We already have mid-track shoulders, so easy. Crit mastery, I believe my stats for Fury. Let me just double check so I make sure. Yeah, haste mastery. I don't need that much crit in Fury, so I'm definitely gonna want to get a bunch of other mastery and haste items. But that's a two-hand weapon. We take those every time. And ults from that point on from this point on for the warrior are still going to be opened in Fury because we need two-hand weapons. I know that arms is the better warrior right now. I just prefer Fury because who wouldn't want to hold two massive two-hand weapons in one hand? Alright, so Demon Hunter next. Outside of the characters that I'm opening, I technically do have 2 additional characters that are just like heroic dungeon level and looking for raids, so I won't record those. These are only going to be the mid-track ones. Alright, so the Demon Hunter. Things that we want on the Demon Hunter. We are 480, so we're basically already there. We could use the Home of Light's Devotion, because we don't have that. No, I don't actually even know what this is for Demon Hunter right now. Like, what are the most common items being represented for the trinkets? It looks like Pacemaker, which I already have, and then Tome of Light's Devotion, followed by Ritual Mud. So really, we are just fishing for a Tome of Light's Devotion. However, I still do have all of my dinars. Actually, I'm missing... I only have 6, so that means I'm missing quite a few. Did I purchase one? No, I mean, if I have 6 and I'm turning in 1, that would mean I haven't spent any. Yeah, okay, so I still could purchase them. We are hoping for another Sonic Kaboom Warglaive, so that we would have 2 mid-track weapons. Crit Haste is a preferred stats. We could hope for a ring. And I think that's about it. Ring, oh, chest and helm. I forgot I do have hero slots in those. So I guess, being as we need the Tome of Light's Devotion, we will open up in Vengeance. Those are not a Tome of Light's Devotion. We get the Cinderbrew Stein, which I only ever really used as an eye level item. Crit Mastery, that's a good Havoc Demon Hunter. A good Havoc Demon Hunter ring. The Verse Mastery is not really being used for Vengeance. So I don't think we'll be taking a look at this Ritual Bone Ring as an option. That just leaves us with the Crit Mastery one, which isn't the worst. That'll give us a bunch more crit. We still have a ton of haste, so that's fine. We actually could use more crit, so that is a good get. In fact, at this point, I think I'm actually going to be able to replace this. Let's take a look. What are my 18,000 overview on Archon? So I'm at 18,000 haste. Archon has it at 21,000. Is the most common amount of haste by Demon Hunters. And then crit, we need 16,000. So if we put this one on, we're not going to be quite at 16,000, but it is going to get us closer. That's 11,000, 18,000, so we just have a disgusting amount of mastery. We're 6,000, 5,000 roughly over the mastery that we need. Yeah, that's a pretty good get. I think I am satisfied with swapping out my circlet. This is at 681, which it actually will be higher once I upgrade that, because I have a surplus and I'm not crafting anything. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. Alright, so 682. Also, I just realized it's July 1st, so that means that there is a new trading post. Oh hey, there's extra trading post tender to be earned. That's an interesting full set. Yeah. Alright, we'll have to take a look at the trading post later and see what they got over there. Alright, so we have done the bear, monk, demon hunter, warrior. That leaves us with the 3 pallies. We'll go with my 3rd pally, 2B. We'll go 2B, rail, and then pally man. 2B is actually gaining on pally man as far as eye level is concerned. I think rail has a couple more hero track main armor pieces that I need to replace. Alright, let's take a look at what we are working with here. So, we have a 2-hand weapon. We could use a DPS Signet of the Priory, Myth Track. Because we already have a Mythic Tome of Light's Devotion, and we have Mythic Pacemaker. We already have a 1-hand Crit Haste, that's good stats for Prop Pally, and we just need a shield, so we are opening in Protection Loot Spec. As far as the main armor goes, we're looking great. The only thing that we could use is a neck, back, another ring. So this is the foot bomb locker from Motherload for the ring. Neck, there wouldn't really be anything from dungeons that I would want to use, so the neck is going to be likely staying there. But we could get the foot bomb locker, or we could get one of the various rings from here, which is over on the right hand side, because I got all my tooltips because I'm comparing them. But we could get a Crit Mastery Flesh Fused Circle, or the Ring of Perpetual Conflict. That'll be good for DPS. This was meant to be my DPS one, but we will open this up in protection. Rolling for a shield. Does RNGesus bless us with a shield? No. We can get gloves, which we don't need. We can get a belt that we don't need. It's a belt with a socket. That would have been nice. Ooh. Crit Haste Avoidance plus socket for the bracers? What's my mastery looking like? Okay, so if I did do this, I'm gonna be losing the mastery. So Prop Pallies, we really only need 10,800 mastery. I don't have any mastery thing. Did this not have? I only have 500 mastery. So my mastery is 11,880. The reason why you want this is... So the reason why we want this, there's some talents. I'd have to look up what the talents actually are again. But before I do that, we're going to quickly grab this, because this is a no-brainer. Avoidance plus socket, that's an additional 530 plus another 400 stats, right? No, 200 stats? Plus another 200 stats, so that's quite a bit, all things considered. Alright, so things I was saying, we got weapon, grab the shield. There are 3 talents in here. Again, I'd have to look it up, find out which one it is. I just know it's in all my builds. So if you look down here on the, like, right by my stats, we got 60% block. And then I throw my shield out, it goes up to 70. Shield of the Righteous. And then Word of Glory. And it gets me up to 100% spell block. And that's how you only need that really to live through the any major magic hits. What is this? Oh, the Greedy Emissary event. But yeah, so that's why you'd want 10,800 mastery. It's less if you have a shaman, because you get a mastery buff from a shaman. I can't remember exactly what the item is. This season we have so many stats that I just have a baseline of enough. Actually, my stat values in protection are different. So we are on the cusp of it. We're 10,983, so that is far more than enough mastery. So that is a great get. Puts us back up at 82. And I'm 83 point something when with my two-hand weapon. Alright. So, moving on to Rail, my second paladin. If I remember correctly, this one, we already have a sword, we already have a shield. So we're just looking for a Myth-Track two-hand weapon. I can't remember what we got last week, but I'm pretty sure we have a Mythic Tome of Light's Devotion and Mythic Pacemaker, or is it Mythic Signet? Can't remember. I know that all three of my pallies have Mythic Tome, though. Which is crazy, because on multiple of my characters, I think I have a Mythic Tome, and one of my guildies does not have a Mythic Tome this entire season. So we got Tome of Light's Devotion, we have a Mythic Signet, we have the Sword Shield, we're still looking for a Myth-Track two-hand weapon, and a Mythic Pacemaker. So we are opening in Retribution loot spec. We're hoping for a helm or helm or I guess just helm, because we have a it would have been helm or neck. Ooh, the ring is nice too. So likely we're gonna go with the two-hand weapon. It's haste mastery, which for Paladin, they want mastery crit. They don't really need that much haste. It's still a mid-strike weapon, so that's still great. If, just out of curiosity, if I was to look at how many Unfortunate Souls have the haste mastery one opposed to like a crit mastery one that they prefer, this one only has a 5% representation. Highest key did is 20. So I mean, it's still doing great things. It's the haste mastery version. It's a higher key than I'm doing. And I could be in any loot spec to get the ring. Oh, sorry, we already have a crafted one, so I'm only gaining 3 item levels. So there we go. That is a two-hand weapon. Exactly what we asked for. We'll probably still open up in DPS. I guess technically I could open up in Holy and try to get an intellect weapon. Try to separate that from all the stuff I might disenchant later. Other load, huh? Let's see, what else would we want here? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll have to decide if I really want to. Oh, I don't have enough stones.
Farewell.
Do I have enough of these stored away? No, I only have 2. That's unfortunate.
What do you see?
So many stones up to upgrade these. 400.
Good.
Okay, I'll probably be done later then. I mean, at this point, I have all 9 of my dinars, so I could purchase the I could purchase pacemaker, which at this point probably be a good get.
Be careful out there.
It probably would be a good get to get that. All right, the main pally. Main pally. I have a sword. I have a shield. I have a 2-hand weapon. 2-hand weapon is the wrong stats, similar to the rail. Except for my main pally has haste first, I believe. My sword shield, they're not exactly the, you know, most premium, ideal stats, but they're good. Plus my shield has avoidance, so it's kind of hard to give up. We need a pacemaker. We have Mythic Tome and Signet. And our one hand is what, Crivers? Yeah. So we will still open up in Retribution because I'm more likely to DPS than I am to heal. As far as other pieces of gear, we're basically just, we're fishing for rings. Which, that is a good crit mastery ring for DPS. See, I'm still on Archon for Retribution. Oop of the Blighted is the 3rd most represented ring. So it goes Jasper Diamond, then Crafted Rings, and then Hoop of the Blighted. 21 is the highest key that's done, 17.4 with, obviously everyone wants Jasper Diamond. So this is an amazing kit. I don't know if it's going to replace anything in my DPS or my tanking set. Yeah, I have to see later if my stats... Actually, let's just go over there right now. So, for tanking... Those 2 items. Let's go over to Protection Paladin. So, on average, they have 18,952 haste. I have 20,000, so I have haste to lose. And then mastery, they're rocking about 13,728. And then again, I'm min-maxing for the spell block, so I've got 11,870, just keeping me above board. So I actually have stats to give here. I am at baseline crit though for average. I'm just slightly below. They want on average it's 11,570. I've got 11,370 plus I have a flask one, so I'm getting some random stats from there. Yeah, so we're gonna take the ring. Ring is a good get. I don't know which one it's gonna replace though. I will probably actually get rid of the haste mastery one because this one's gonna give me a lot of crit, and I have haste to give. So if we go like that, we replace that there. 15,000. Oh, I'm now 3,000 under. We'll see.
How fare you?
I'll have to chew on that one later and figure out what I actually really want to do with that.
Go carefully.
Did that just give me a bunch of my stat? Haste? 3,000? What was I looking at? Am I crazy? Well, I guess, yeah, with the flask of chaos, I'll be cycling up to enough haste. Hmm. Yeah, we'll see. A lot of thinking I have to do there. But for now, we'll do that just so I feel better about myself. Puts me up a DR. Feels great. Alright, so for my final character, the secret character, the ones the majority of my guildies do not know about that I'm gearing up, is my second Demon Hunter. This Demon Hunter, not yesterday, but the day before, was literally in Dragonflight PvP gear. I have one myth track door, so we're putting a lot of umph in this one single door. A lot of hope. What am I hoping for? I'm hoping for a weapon.
Trinkets, yeah.
Like, trinkets would be great, but I know that I can purchase my trinkets that I need. We will be opening this up in Vengeance, just because I'm a main tank. That's what I do. But yeah, I was in Dragonflight gear before, which is like 400 something eye level. I'm 500. So, opening this in Vengeance. Already checked that. Well, like 631. Got a lot of work done in this. Hoop of the Blighted, Crit Mastery with a socket. That's alright. We could get some skins from Raid. We could get a Crit Verse Rig plus Avoidance. But only veteran, so obviously not. And then we got Haste First Boots and then Haste Mastery Gloves. So, Myth Track Ring it is. That means that we only need one more... We only need to get one more ring. Yeah. And I won't even report to the guild that I got this. This is the character I hide on. I just want to see how quickly I can actually get this up without people noticing. Also, look at my Mog. I usually have like Edgelord Mog, but isn't that a fabulous little fairy of a Demon Hunter? I need to change the hair though. The hair kind of doesn't match the motif.
This world is vast and wondrous.
I could upgrade. I don't want to upgrade all the way there. 20 of those for the rings. 652. 2 upgrades, right? Yeah, 20. Yeah, I must have got that out of the plus 10. Case Mastery. Gonna get a bunch of stamina. My only 652 item. Yeah, that's a good use of my good use of those. How many gilded? We don't have enough gilded. Alright. Well guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been I don't know, what are we on? Week 17? Opening up vaults? Oh yeah, I did say that we were gonna go check out the as per usual, let's go see what the weekly is. Weekly, City of Echoes, so I don't know if I actually do that because I have to manually queue into that. Time Walking. Hill Caller's Chest. Was that skins? And then another Time Walking for the heroic item. Arena Calls. Oh, they're just giving us a Hell Caller's Chest for everything. Huh. Alright, so quickly looking at... Ooh. Sad face on the side. Ooh, roses. That's interesting. Good looking skin. Purple mount. There's definitely not gonna be enough tender this month. Okay, Blizzard, they seriously have to change this because like I want to see what the weapon looks like. Stop showing me about to swing because you're never gonna be looking at your character straight on like this. That's completely pointless. Like that. Like you could actually look at the weapon there. That doesn't look too bad. Not the best. Not the worst. Yeah, you're smacking people with Sylvanas Insignia face. Warglaves? I do main Demon Hunter, so that's probably high up on my list for possibilities. Purple one of the other weapon. We got the little cauldron backpacks. Like, I can't even look in it. You suppose it's purple in there because it's all purple on the outside? Or you suppose it's green? Who knows? Another skin variant, or color variant of the same mace. Variant of the Warglaives. You can buy a quiver. I'll have to tell Kiara about that. A bow. It's actually a pretty nice bow. Another quiver with some roses. Yeah, there's actually kind of a lot this month. That's like a very warlocky weapon. Another color variant. Some pajamas. Cloak. Oh, the old diving suit. Pet. Fishbowl. A little oh, snow globe type thing. And then a very old-fashioned warrior-looking helm. Alright. And then just out of the last things that I normally do, let's go see what the PvP weekly is.
Make it quick.
Isle of Dorn.
We have a tight schedule.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look up what exactly all these skins look like in here, because there's a ton of these Hell College chests that you can get from everything. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Sark. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!